rug like it was nothing. That didn't mean Brant would get away with it, though. Andy had reported the attack to the Shifter Council, which was originally formed to appease humans who didn't like that shifters solved problems mostly through violence. While the Council's rulings often prevented wars between packs, it also punished humans who committed crimes against shifters if human law enforcement didn't take care of it themselves. As such, Brant would have to stand before the Council, something not surprisingly he didn't want to do. The boys had harassed Gwen for weeks, trying to force her to alter her statement. They'd also done the same to Andy, who was scared out of her damn mind and eventually folded under their intimidation tactics. Gwen couldn't really blame her. Andy wasn't part of a pride, so she had no protection from her kind. Gwen, well, she didn't back down for anyone. The Shifter Council didn't care that Andy had backed off. Once an incident was reported, the Council always investigated it. "You need to get off my land," Gwen warned the boys. "I go where I want, when I want," said Brant, dark eyes drilling into hers. His attitude was quite typical of the Moore family. The rich bastards lived in fancy homes, drove fancy cars, and had more money than sense. That would have been fine, except that they were also extremely arrogant and considered themselves superior to just about everyone. Brant stepped out of the shadows and the moonlight illuminated his face. That was when she saw the bruised jaw, swollen eye, and split lip. Gwen couldn't help but smile. My, don't you look pretty. Seemed like Ezra had lashed out at his son, most likely for bringing this kind of attention to the family. It wasn't uncommon. Brant's face hardened. "You look just as pretty soon enough." He twirled his bat, a move that was meant to intimidate her, a move that also didn't work. "Does your mommy know you're out of bed?" He stilled, and his two friends let out low whistles. "That mouth of yours is gonna get you in trouble one day, honey," said Mac, chewing on gum. The third boy, Rowan, nodded with a smirk that he appeared to wear permanently. "Maybe we should find a way to keep that mouth busy," he leered. "Yeah, I think you should suck my dick." "You'll need to get one first," she said dryly. Brant laughed, not at all bothered by the traitor look that his friend sent him. To these idiots, this was one big game. Gwen cocked her head, glaring at Brant. "You're not at all sorry for what you did, are you?" He shrugged, snorting. "She's a shifter. Why should I be sorry? They're abominations. But you're human. So why would you care what happens to her? She's a person, just like you and me. She's nothing like us," he snarled. "She's a goddamn animal." "Funny. The only one I saw behaving like an animal that night was you. You drugged her and then beat her with a pole while she was weak and unable to defend herself. You think that makes you a big, brave guy? It doesn't. You don't have that thing." She clicked her fingers a few times. "A soul." His eyes flared. "I'd be careful if I were you, sweetheart. You don't have your shotgun with you this time." She gave them each a dismissive look. "I don't need a shotgun to deal with 3 little boys." The knuckle stun gun she discreetly pulled out of her pocket would do nicely. Brant licked his teeth. "Little, huh? Maybe I should show you just how big I really am." He grinned. There wasn't just heat in his gaze, there was something else. Something ugly and twisted. "Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you, babe?" He advanced on her, mouth curled. "Why don't you spread those legs for me? I think you'd enjoy it." "No, I wouldn't." She yanked the bat out of his grip and slammed it into his bruised jaw so hard she was surprised she didn't hear his teeth rattle. At the same time, she switched on the stun gun and hit him in the solar plexus, just long enough to send him dropping to his knees, dazed and shaking. Rowan and Mac stared down at him, eyes wide. She braced herself for them to come at her, but shock seemed to have immobilized them. Snapping out of his daze, Brant stumbled to his feet. "You fucking bitch!"